All right, here we go again. Listen, I wanted to make YouTube videos since the time I went by the name of Lord Dragon 27. And all of these years later, I have the camera, I have the equipment, I have the space, but I am missing the one thing that every single YouTube tutorial on how to do this says you need, which is the niche. And that is precisely where this video starts. I am in the mission of building a YouTube channel in 2026, but I do not have a specific category that I want to put myself into just yet. When you look for information on how to start on YouTube, this is one of the first things that you find, and I get the reason why. It's easier to find something, stick to that thing, and make the algorithm know you for that thing. It's easier to make commercial, it's easier for people to understand, it's easier for the whole system to put you out there when there is one thing that you focus in. And I'll show you. Look, I graduated from college as a software engineer bachelor's, and then I mastered in data science. I am currently in the process of making a video game, which is Venture. So a lot of my day right now is going into game development. I am also a musician and incredibly passionate about music, and I want to be able to make content about this too. I started a fashion brand with one of my friends. It's theitv.store, you can check it out. And with that same friend, I also, probably 10 years ago, started a media company. So a lot of our space goes towards things related to media. We work with VFX, so that's another one of my interests. If we combine all of that with other things that I already do as part of my regular life and that I enjoy making content about, like simply lifestyle or fitness, then I land at the logical question, which is, what do I even make the channel about? And I'm not saying that you have to make your YouTube channel about all of the things that you do or one of the things that you do for work. Like, you could do it about anything. The thing is that I truly enjoy making content about all of those things. And that goes a little bit against the advice of pick something to do as your niche. So the idea of this video and this channel is not to find a very specific box that I can fit in. It is me figuring out how to do this without picking a narrow niche to do it in. How can I build something coherent without feeling like I am taking parts of me away from this process? Okay, so I clearly have to find the answer to that question, but there are many other things that I can do in the meantime to get this going. And one of those things is working in the image that I want to have for this channel. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is to create the banner for the channel. And I was setting up the equipment for all of the things that I'm gonna do with video now. So I have a little bit of a mess in the living room, and I want to use this gigantic die for the banner. So I'm going to clean this area up a little bit, and then I'm going to show you the idea that I have. Alright, so the idea is going to be to make like a top-down composition where you can see that. And then I'm going to copy myself in different places of the living room, holding different things in my hands that connect to all of those different interests. And I want to make that in a wide composition to put as the banner for the channel. I don't know, let's see if we can make it work. It is shooting right now, so I'm going to grab this, whatever, and I'm gonna go maybe here, like this, or something. Hold this and go here with the mini fuse. Fake like I know what I'm doing right now. All right, I think that I have that frame. Now, what can I grab now? I have music, game. Okay, I may or may not have something there. Came a more personal decision, and it has to do with the fact that I am Dominican. I speak mainly Spanish. That is my main language. And if I am completely honest with you, I am more capable of showing my real personality through Spanish. Then I live in New York, and I've been living here for the last 4 years. This is where I'm making my new relationships. This is where I have my friends nowadays. This is where I have new business opportunities. So I came to this predicament of what language do I do this in? And I ultimately went with English because for some reason, whenever I think of making content that relates to any of those areas, I gravitate towards English initially. There's not a single thing related to coding that I do in Spanish. There's not a single thing related to game development that I do in Spanish other than community building. When I play music, the notations that I use are the ones in English. And there are many other reasons, technical reasons, commercial reasons, CPM reasons that all point me towards taking advantage of what I have here, which is using New York. So I'm going with the English decision for now, at least for YouTube. How do I even code this? And after thinking it for not too long, admittedly, I settled on just using my name, Jeremy Martinez, because at the end of the day, that's what it's going to be about. If the main issue has been that I'm not picking a single lane, then it makes sense to not try to bake a lane into the name of the channel. I am not going to call it, I don't know, like Game with Jeremy, because maybe some aspect is going to be related to gaming or game development. I'm not going to name it something related to music, like Play the Keys with Jeremy, because again, like maybe this is going to be an element of the channel but not the entire thing. And that trend of just using the name of the personality behind the camera as the name of the channel is something that I've already seen some of my greatest inspirations in YouTube doing. People like Marques Brownlee and Cleo Avram. Okay, so I kept the camera over there because I like this camera angle. I just don't know if you can actually see me or not. But assuming that I do have something for the banner now, what I want to do next is work on a profile picture, which is probably just going to be a headshot of myself. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Should I get a new fit so it's not the same in the banner? Alrighty, so now we have the channel and we have some media to go with it. We have the images for the banner and for the profile picture. Something else that I really need is a system. If I can't do things in a repeated, consistent way, then it is very likely that I just won't do them at all. And if the first advice that you get on YouTube when people talk to you about creating a channel is finding a niche, then the second one that you're gonna find is consistency. And at least for me, having a system is the key to having consistency. So because of that, I want to introduce you to the system that I have designed to make this work. It's divided in the physical aspect and in the digital aspect of things, and it is mostly about how I'm going to create content consistently and how I'm going to manage that content. I want to start by simply showing you the equipment that I'm going to be using for all of this. So when it comes to camera, I'm using my Fujifilm X-T50 as the main camera. It is not supposed to be for video, but it is what I have, so it is what I'm going to use. And since the screen on it cannot be facing towards me, I'm using a Shinobi Atomos over here so that I can just see what I'm doing and I can confirm if I am in focus or not. And I have a KNF concept tripod. It was like $40 on Amazon. When it comes to audio, I use this 3D printed mic that one of my friends gave me. And inside of it, I'm running the Holy Land Mark II. Aside from that, I'm also using the iPhone 14 Pro Max when I need a second camera, and I generally put it on top of this thing that I also got from Amazon for like $10 so that I can hold it in different positions. I have a KNF concept clamp that I use to put the camera in funny places. And for some videos, I may or may not use my audio system with the Arturia Minifuse. Only if I need to record like high quality audio for some reason, then I'll keep it close just in case. And the whole point of this section is to show that I want to keep things simple for myself so that I can just grab and go a very specific set of things that I can use to consistently produce good quality content. One problem though, I do not have any lights, so that's why I am a shadow right now, and that's why I am shooting in front of the window, and that's why I'm kind of rushing so that I can get this done before the sun is out of my view. So I need to buy lights, so subscribe please. And by the way, that list of items that I just showed you is not supposed to be like a shopping list. If you, like me, are in the process of discovering how to do all this, that's just me showing you what I plan to use to keep the friction low. It's not a lot of stuff, it's simple stuff, it's what I have around. you'd be surprised to know the amount of people making amazing content using their iPhone. So with that said, let me show you what I did on the digital side of things to make this non-friction for me as well, as I organize and I grow things. So the starting point for me with all of this was to create a Drive folder that I'm calling my content studio. I have many things in here, but what matters the most to me is the content pipeline, which has my ideas folder. And this is the place where I already have a lot of documents with random things that I want to do with no particular order, just finding a place to throw all of my ideas so that I do not forget any of them. For instance, I already have an idea in here about that gigantic table that we've been using this whole time. I found that in the garbage actually, so I want to restore it. And I've never done anything related to woodworking. That is something that I plan to do. That is a way for me to put in practice my creativity in some random area that I don't normally do. So that's kind of the idea behind the channel, right? We grab something and we turn it from an idea to a reality. So if you would like to see me doing woodworking when I have no idea on how to do it, then make sure that you drop a follow. So yeah, in here I have categories like in development, publish, and ready to produce, and I'm going to be moving things around as I make progress with different videos. I have a folder for scripts. I have a folder for all about the brand, which is empty right now because we have to do it. That was part of this video. And I made a thing that I wanted to do for a very long time, which is writing a simple script that I can use to just create a new project automatically in my computer when I open it. And it's simply going to ask me for the title of the project and the type of the project. And then it's going to create a folder that is already organized with all of the things that I may have to put inside of a project folder. So that way it's always consistent, it's always the same, and it's pretty organized from the very beginning. If by some miracle you made it to this point, then I owe you this. The answer to that question that we made at the beginning. And after sitting down with my ideas, making the brand, taking the pictures and the footage to make the image for the YouTube channel, it becomes more clearer to me that at least for Jeremy, the niche is not a topic. The niche is the process to get to something. All of those things, all of the things that I am, all of the gifts that I have, and all of the talents that I've been given are things that have something in common. All of them require my creativity to be put into practice. It is taking a concept and making it into something. It is grabbing a dream and doing what I can to make that dream a reality. And my promise to you is to bring you in that process. Whether I am working on making the game, or I decided to pick up painting and show you the process of how I turn an idea into an acrylic painting. What I think will be interesting to watch is seeing somebody grab a blurry idea and turning that into something. So that is the promise for now. I'm just going to document the process of how I turn ideas into reality. And I think that it may be interesting for you to watch some of those. It may be an inspiration to you. It may be attractive if you have a lot of dreams, if you have a lot of ideas, and if you simply want to find a new source of inspiration for your own projects. It's very likely that this evolves into something different, and I honestly hope it does, because that means that we found the thing, right? Like I found the thing that I want to invest my energy and time into when it comes to creativity. But at least today, instead of going crazy about deciding what am I going to do, how about we just discover that together in this space. And for now, that is the purpose of this YouTube channel.